It's time to kick it off. I know God did. Yes, He did. God did. God did. Whoa, yes, God. I know God did. I mean, I love that song. I was listening to this morning. It was my after shower song, and it just hits so hard. Like it's so powerful. I love that Khaled and Jay-Z and Rick Ross and Wayne and there's another artist. I'm sorry, I'm the singer on there, but it's so passionate, right? I feel like they really believe like, hey, God believed in us. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's bigger than anything, right? Sometimes I think that we want the flesh. We want humans. We want people that we know to believe in us. We want the world to trust us and think that we're good, right? We want our friends and our peers to believe in us. We want our parents to believe in us. We want our children to believe in us. If we're parents ourselves, you know, we want our job. We want people to give us that validation. When in reality, two people you should want to please. Well, I would say your parents is the third, right? Because your parents they made you, right? Like if my kids didn't have the and then to say, well, I want to make my dad happy. You know, I want to make sure he's proud of me. You know, I would want that, right? So I think you should want to please your parents. You know, if that's important to you, because if they don't want to receive that back, then what are you gonna do? You can't force it on them. That's why I feel like even the flesh is hard to, but you should want to please yourself. Make yourself proud, right? Do some stuff like, yo, I accomplished XYZ, right? You ever play, even on a small scale, you play video games, right? And you beat the game, like, yo, I beat that game. You know, I won. You know, I saved Princess from Bowser, right? That's what you need to do. So and God, of course, you also have to make sure you're doing it for the man or the woman up above, because I feel like I always used to be like the type of person to say I know God's a man, right? Because a woman wouldn't make the earth like this. A woman would not have the world as it is. I feel like this is a guy's doing. This is a fucking man created this shit, and even the concept of a woman, right? You know, a woman comes from the rib. She comes from the rib of a man. Motherfucking even didn't even make a new mold. He just said, well, just make her from him. Like, motherfucker, that's some man shit right there. You know, feel me? But speaking of Jay-Z, I want to stay on Jay-Z. It is, you know, Sagittarius season. And I'm heavy on the seasons on the zodiac. You'll see this when we talk more, and you know, as we go through this gelato talk, and the you'll see how much the zodiac means a lot to me. The moon and the stars, as you would say, right? So Jay-Z, let's talk Renegade. Let's talk Renegade. Now, Renegade, not a new record, not a new record. You know, if you're a hip hop fan, you've heard this record. It's on the Blueprint. It's produced by Eminem. I don't know if a lot of people realize that, but it is, he made the beat, right? And for what I understand is he had the beat and he had the chorus, the hook. And then he brought it to Jay-Z, and then Jay-Z added his part, and then he filled in the rest of the hook. That's why you can actually hear it. If you, it sounds really like Eminem it's really fitting for him. So if you look at it, this is an Eminem record. Jay-Z is the feature, but because he rhymed first, and I guess he gave it to Jay, it became a song that was on his album, and he owned it. But to me, that's an Eminem record with a Jay-Z feature, not the other way around, right? And I love that song. Jay-Z really goes in. He gives you the intricate Jay-Z. He gives you the Jay-Z that says, yo, motherfucker, fuck all the fame, fuck all the fly shit I got, fuck my Bentleys, fuck staying in a Ritz Carlton, fuck having all this fancy shit, right? Let me talk to y'all. And this man talks about how he's a renegade by using his voice to talk about the hood, to talk about the projects he's from Marcy. You motherfuckers say that I'm foolish. I only talk about jewels. Do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? See, I'm influenced by the ghetto you ruined. The same dude you gave nothing, I made something through. And these bars are he's saying, listen, there's things that's going on in this world that you don't know about, right? And that's not a diss. I think people take this as a diss. That's why everybody's so obsessed. They want to be from the hood, right? You see suburban kids be like, yo, I'm gangster. I'm from this. Yo, when I used to live, yo, they be like, yo, they was born in fucking Brooklyn, but they moved when they was two. But they and now they live in Wisconsin and they're like, yo, I'm from Brooklyn. No, why do you want to be from that? I remember one morning my mom was driving me to school, right? She used to drive me to school every morning. Wonderful woman, right? Thank God for her, because what the fuck would I? Because she, you know what I'll finish what I'm saying, but I just want to say, if it wasn't for her, I think I would have been in. I probably would not be alive because she protected me because I think she knew her son. This nigga is, you know what I'm saying, right? But to get back to that, right? Being from Brooklyn, it was dope, right? Caribbean stores and do rags and just being trendy, right? It was like it was our lifestyle was trendy, right? But there was also times that I looked outside and three blood niggas getting arrested, lined up. Cops got them lined up with their hands behind their head. Then the next day it's a bunch of Crip niggas just right outside our building, right? You look down, you see police harassing niggas, and they all got their flags on. Yo, don't wear too much red because, yo, motherfuckers gonna press you. It's gang violence. Niggas are cutting niggas' face. She drive me to school one morning, and we used to always pass by this church. There was a church we always used to drive by. Quiet church. I don't even know if people used to go there a lot, but during the week it was pretty quiet. Bright early in the morning, it probably was 6, 7 a.m., right? Because she had to go drive to somewhere else, move her car, drive somewhere else just to find fucking parking. And what happened was we saw someone laying on the church steps early in the morning. Like, oh, what happened to this person? Was he drunk or something? You brush it off. You think it's nothing. Later that day, I saw on the news, same church, man slain, shot dead. They left him on the church steps in the morning, I guess, for everybody to fucking see, because I don't know why you would do that. Like, they didn't even attempt to hide the body. People don't talk about that. It wasn't no fun and fucking games being from Brooklyn, motherfucker. That's just one. That's what you like. Now that I'm older, you know what I like? Being safe. I like being with my son and my daughter, and we're watching movies and eating popcorn. That's what I like. I don't need to do these extra things. These other things are they're hard to deal with. They make life harder than they need to be. Life is already hard. Why you want it harder? My grandmama told me, Mark, when you make your bed hard, you the one that got to lay in it. She used to always just say bars. Like, she say just very, Mark, prevention better than cure. Better than cure. Prevention. What does that mean, right? What the fuck does that mean? She's saying stuff. Real stuff that now that it is real, you should listen to it. That's the stuff she says. That's the type of stuff women say. The strong ones. We gotta listen to them. We gotta listen to them. Because they the people that they live through life. I realize now that I'm old, I lived through life. I saw different things. That's why I know this stuff. When I was young, I thought I knew everything at 23. I knew everything. That motherfucker, I was a genius. I knew I was so stir. I thought I was big shit now, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, what the fuck did I know? I didn't know anything. I'm 34. A young 34. And now I get when Jay-Z said, yo, dress like I'm 32, flow like I'm 30, flow like I'm 22, flow like I'm 18, dress young cause I'm 32, flow like I'm 22, dress like I'm 18, do what I want to do. I get it. He got into his element, and to me personally, I feel like as a man, women are different, right? To me, men, you got to add six to I. You got to reduce our age by six, and for women, you have to add six to their age because they're just more mature than us. I think because of their bodies, and they have to be able to hold babies, right? So they probably bodily built differently, built mature and more tougher than us. Like for real, for real. Like you ever seen a woman get a fucking cold or get sick? Come on, she don't. You ever seen a man sick? When I'm sick, I'm a fucking baby. Like motherfucker, I'm not. I think I'm dying. I think I'm fucking dying because I got the flu. You know, women are like that, right? But we don't step into our element until we get to 30. That's why things hit different for me now. Like I'm older now. I don't want to text. I don't want to text. I think texting needs to go. Like we need to bring it back to when I had the Palm Pilot, and you send one text. Like a text used to cost 10 cents. So nigga, I'm only texting you, I'm here. I holla. It was a direct answer. Now motherfuckers having conversations through text. I hate that. Don't you hate that shit? Like, how could you have a conversation with someone with word? Like, there's no emotion. You don't get my feelings. You don't see how I'm saying this, or all you see is the text words. Text, they're gonna have some sort of slang to their text, right? Especially for me because I like to express myself in a way I write, right? And he was making fun of me. Well, he tried. He said that abbreviating the word "yeah" is kind of redundant, right? Because it's already how many four, three letters, yeah, YEA H, maybe. I just put YH. I'm not gonna write out that extra, right? When you get what I'm saying, times change, the way we even speak and communicate always will change. And you can either choose to adapt to it or say fuck it. I feel that when you say fuck it though, you're making a stand against the general. And I used to be the type of person that would fight against being part of the general. I'm like, yo, fuck that. Don't include me with those lames, right? Don't include if they doing this, I'm doing that. And I think I would purposely go against the grain. But what I learned was that's not always the right thing to do. Like now, if I go against the grain, it's because I want to, right? I'm doing something different because this is what I believe in, this is what I choose, this is what I want to do. It's not because I'm trying to fucking be cool. If you think that's cool because you're doing something different, I think that's uncool. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not natural with it, and that's what's just being yourself is all about. Just being so natural with it. You feel me? Because a lot of things change. Things change. You know, look at Christmas. I'm sure when it started, I bet Christmas was like so religious, right? It was like, yo, hey, go out and buy gifts and get the tree, but also Jesus and the Nazareth and the gifts of the Magi, and it all tied together. Now, yo, all I see is fucking car commercials. All I see is fucking uh gifts that you can buy and stores that are on sale right now. Sale. Motherfucker, y'all not on sale. Wait till December 26th. I'll show you sale. The same shit you bought on the 25th, on the fucking day after. Half off, 80% off. And they know you're gonna come back to return shit, so they got shit to buy when you do that too. What happened to fucking Christmas? Or any holiday for rather, you know? Is it that serious? Like I know to me, Christmas is about the kids, right? Give the kids gifts, and it should be only if they fucking behaved. I see the most badass kids get everything now. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, nigga? If I didn't behave, I wasn't getting that fucking PlayStation, nigga. I couldn't ask my mom for that shit. She wasn't gonna buy. She like, yeah, you're not gonna get it if you're a piece of shit, nigga. You gotta behave. You get the gift or you want the coal. We're not teaching kids about the coal no more. Kids these days, they're running the parents. It's like they fucking they telling their parents, yeah, I'm not doing that. Nah, I'm not going to bed yet. Nah, I'm done. I'm not done playing this game yet. Who's the fucking kid? It sounds like it's you. Because whoever's in charge is the parent or the adult. You know, because everything in life ain't about pleasure. You know, sometimes it's about work. You know, sometimes it's about finding pleasure in your work. Right? It's about doing something that you may necessarily not want to do, but you have to do it so you could do what you want to do. Right? Like everyone wants to go on vacation, but do I want to take the time to search up the fucking flights and see which hotel is going to give me the best price and plan my travel and pack my bag? Like that stuff is like, ugh. Like my assistant will be paid very nice because there's no way I'm doing that. But I want to go on the trip. You know, I want to be in Jamaica. I want to be in Guyana, Costa Rica, Zimbabwe, Seoul, Austria, you know? Like Miami is cool. Like I've been to Miami. I think we all fucking been there, you know? You know what I don't get? Why do people go on vacation or take trips to the same fucking places, right? Like if I've been somewhere, I probably don't want to go back. Not that it was bad, not that I had a bad time. If I did, I would probably say, okay, this place was, I would recommend it. Hey, you should travel to this spot, best steak. It's delicious. Just make sure you. And then if you, I need something to order, like when I give a recommendation, motherfucker, it's because I tried it and I liked it. I enjoyed it, and then here's the last part, because you niggas like dumb shit, right? Just because you like root beer, don't be recommending root beer, nigga. And I'm not gonna like that. But I'm gonna recommend something I think that you would like. That's how you do it. Don't send me some shit that you barely like or you. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. You keep that one. I can't do nothing with that. So I'm looking at my levels because I'm also recording this, in a lot of different ways, and I engineered it. And sometimes my vocals and my waveforms are, doing things, and it just I love being that I am the producer and the artist. I'm also the star of the show, but I also produce it. When I make my records, I make my music, I produce it. I engineer it. I control the sound of it, the sonics, right? I set up this lab. I set up this stage set you see. I plugged all this shit in, but I'm also the guy that's speaking to you. And I think sometimes people think that that's not the way to do it. Like, right? Why can't I be the fucking sound guy and on the stage? What the fuck? I'll produce this whole shit. Don't let people put limits on what you can do. I've met people that they can fucking do backflips, but they also like the laziest person, right? Or like an oxymoron. Just because you can do one thing good doesn't mean it restricts you and stops you from doing anything else good. That's some bullshit. That's some fucking crazy stuff. Who says you can't be good at basketball, baseball, and football? Look at Bo Jackson. Look at Dion. Look at Jordan. Like these motherfuckers were two sport athletes. I bet you there's more, because to me it's just they're just athletes, right? It's like the same thing crosses over. Like I'm a musician, right? So when it comes to producing things and setting up the sound, like motherfucker, I know how to do that. I've been in enough studios to know how a fucking compressor works. You know, don't let people put limits on your abilities. They have limits on their own abilities, and they're transferring that energy to you, and then you're accepting it because you don't know yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be who you are, which is different. Stop trying to be other people. You're not other people. How are you going to be somebody else and you're not that? You're literally not that person. I cannot be Jay-Z. I can't be him. I could try to emulate everything he does. I could try to rhyme like him. I could get his beats. I could call up his producer. I could rhyme in the same studios as him. I could not write my bars down as him. I could try to fucking date a bitch from Houston. I could fucking start a record label and call it fucking Topafella. Motherfucker, I'm still not him. I cannot be him. I don't know what I didn't go through what he went through. His mama, not my mama. His daddy, not my daddy. The niggas on his block wasn't the niggas on my block. The school he went to wasn't school. The variables. They're variables. There's reasons why we're different from other people. Because you're not them. So why are you trying to be like someone else? Instead of the easiest path, which is what? What is the easiest thing for you to do? Is it to copy someone else? I don't think so. I think that's actually fucking pretty difficult. I think the easiest thing for you to do is be your fucking self. That's what the fuck I think. I think that's the most simplest way for you to get everything in your life done because you know how to do it. You know what you like. You should know. You know how you operate. You know how much energy you have. You know when you get tired. You know when you wake up. Do it how you do it. You can't do it like somebody else. That's some hard shit, you know? And I want to give an update because I am so secluded. I'm a Gemini, right? And if you know Geminis, we have two facets, two phases of us, right? We're usually the fucking loudest motherfucker in the room, or you're not gonna hear from me at all. You literally won't, like, I'll be a ghost. You're like, yeah, where the fuck you been at? Not where you been at, right? So I don't normally, even though I'm an artist, I really don't like to be in the spotlight. You know, it's the most ironic shit that I fucking ever like had to go through in my life. It's like, yo, why did I choose to be a fucking musician and a rapper, right? But I hate the fame. I hate being in, like, you know, out. I hate being seen. It's like I'm too seen. I'm too fucking like people know like when people know stuff about me. I get so upset. I'm like, yo, how the fuck do you know this shit? And it's in my bio. Or I said it in a song. It's like, okay, well, I gotta embrace this shit. It's about doing the things that you desire. That's the key to everything. Do what you want to do. And I'll leave you with this because the first episode, I don't want to stretch this out too far, right? But make sure that you protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your soul. Align your chakras. Change it up. Become one with yourself, with God, be spiritual. Protect your women, protect your children, and protect your parents. Do that. It will take you far. And I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. First episode, Gelato Talk. It's gonna be a lot more. So we're gonna keep this rocking. You already know it's your guy MP. Get your papers up. Holla.